Hi, this is BLIND+HARD playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And this time I'll be playing Elex Blind. Now, I am a big fan of the Gothic series by Piranha Bytes, and I've heard mixed opinions about Elex in particular, but then again, I've heard mixed opinions about Gothics, the Gothic games. So, let me just state this. I like the Gothic series a lot. I am I am cognizant of its flaws, and I realize that for many people it's far too junky to be enjoyable, but I am one of those people who I am not easily deterred by junk. In fact, wooden gameplay, some of my favorite games of all time are sort of characterized by being not that great from a gameplay perspective. Chief among them is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is my favorite game ever, but I wouldn't say I recognize that from a gameplay perspective it's not that great, but the fact is I don't care because it makes up for it with other elements, and I much rather would have a game with cool immersion, with nice immersion and a cool atmosphere than something with flawless gameplay. So what I expect out of Elex is basically like a new take on the Gothic formula, because it's a sci-fi game with magical elements. But I expect it to be, I do expect junk, I do expect clunky gameplay, and I am not deterred by that at all. What I do expect is, some nice exploration, a lot of interesting things to find in the world, cool atmosphere, and generally the feeling of immersion. I'm expecting a new take on the Gothic series, basically. Maybe I would hope they would lean more into like the sort of feeling of Gothic 1 and 2 as opposed to Gothic 3, because Gothic 3 had some major issues. Like, it was far too big for its own good, and it felt shallow as a result of that. I've recently replayed the entirety of Gothic 3, and it was a bit of a nightmare, actually. Like, I've actually remembered this game as being a little less annoying, but that's presumably because I've remembered playing it for short chunks at a time, whereas recently I've replayed the entirety of it, which was like 60 hours straight. So that was a bit of a chore, really, at some point. But yeah, I don't have any sort of groundbreaking expectations about Elex. What I hope for is like a Gothic 2, with sci-fi elements. I would be entirely satisfied with a game like that. I'm eager to see what they did with it. And I'm eager to give it a chance to see what is it about. As I said, I do expect quite a bit of junk, but I'm not really deterred by that, and I don't really care as long as the game offers, something else in the exploration department and the immersion department. The atmosphere is good, maybe the music as well. So yeah, I will put there are links in the description to my playlists of the Gothic series if you would like to check that out, and there will also be timestamps in this series. So if at whatever time you feel like I spent too much time in a single place, or like I die over and over again, or something else is happening that you find boring, you can always you can always skip to the next part by using the correct timestamp. So let's begin a new game. I will be playing on hard difficulty, not because I expect to be good at the game. In fact, I do expect to suck. I wasn't that great even while replaying Gothic, which I've played many times before, but I am a bit of a paradox, really, when it comes to games, because I am rather bad at games, but nonetheless I do enjoy playing on higher difficulties. It gives me a greater feeling of accomplishment to finish a game that I play on a higher difficulty, even if me overcoming that difficulty is perhaps not that impressive to watch. So I will be playing on hard. Let's begin.
Magalan, home to a civilization of millions. Until the comet hit. Earthquakes shattered its cities. Firestorms swept the planet. And as Magalan fell into darkness, the survivors faced a world that was unrecognizable. Fighting amongst the ruins of the old world, new factions arose. The Berserkers, the clerics, the outlaws, each with their own vision of the future. But it wasn't only the struggle for scarce old world resources that drove them, for the comet had brought something new. Elex, an element unknown to Magalan. It could fuel technology, change the evolution of life, open new abilities to those with the will to control it. For the clerics, it drove new technological innovation. For the outlaws, drugs to free their minds. To berserkers, it gave the power of magic. Seduced by Elix's power, some began to consume it. Addicted, overwhelmed, most degenerated into vicious, mindless mutants. But there were some who could control their addiction. To them, at the cost of their emotions, Elex offered strength, focus, and stamina. These people called themselves the Albs. Seemingly unstoppable, the Albs have waged war on all who will stand between them and their need to obtain Elex. Advancing from the frozen wastes of Zakor and their fortress Ice Palace, the Albs threaten the future of all the factions on Magalan. Now, as Alb forces prepare their final assault, Jax, renowned Alb commander, is sent on a solo mission. One Alb, selected to change the fate of Magalan.
Jax, you failed your mission. You know our directive. There can be only one consequence for failure.
Okay, I feel like that was kind of a stupid cutscene, but before I comment more deeply on that, I want to see if I have subtitles enabled, because I would prefer to have them. Subtitles, yeah. Give me that. Consequences log, blah blah blah. Tutorial. I will probably need the tutorial, so I'll keep it on. Autosave, sure, might be useful. And let me check the quick save slot. Quick save F5. Okay. Okay, so about the what? Why did he roll? I guess like a double click is a dodge. About the cutscene, it's kind of stupid because if the other Alps wanted me dead for supposedly failing my mission, then they've done a really bad job at making sure that happens. Because they like shot me once and then left.
I should be dead. I better move before they come back to finish the job. And I better find a weapon.
Who does that? What kind of competent person, competent organization would do that? You want someone dead? You shoot them once, not even in the head, just in the body, which, by the way, by that time, Jax was still wearing his armor, so for all they knew, it might not have hurt him that much even then. But they just shot him once and then left. Like, that's monumentally stupid, and I feel like it kind of undermines the level of threat that the Alps are supposed to represent, because, how can I be afraid? How efficient, how ruthlessly efficient can they really be if they made such a huge mistake? Like, I presume I will at least have an option to fight them later on, even if they are not the main bad guys of the game, which the intro, by the way, kind of made, kind of suggested that they are. But even if not, I suppose I will at the very least have an option to oppose them if I so choose. And if I do oppose them, that is going to be entirely their fault. Like, they could have had me dead if only they would have been a little less shit at their actual literal job. So I find that stupid and kind of annoying. But also, the design of some of the plants is immediately sort of familiar to me, because the healing plants, for example, look very much like the healing plants from Gothic 3.
I must have been here for days. The Elex is gone from my system. I feel weak. Think, Jax. My weapons, my armor. Did Calyx take them? No. If Calyx had seen I was still alive, he would have finished the job. It was someone else. This is Idan, enemy territory. If Calyx returns, or if the Berserkers find me, I'll be dead for sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure whoever robbed me was one of the natives of this land, because he was wearing like a leather armor, like a leather jacket at the very least. So he wasn't looking very futuristic, if you ask me.
Old world ruins. Maybe I could find something useful in there.
Well, it kind of looks like a mole rat. Combine quick attacks with heavy attacks, E, to make combos. The longer the combo, the more damage you deal. Always keep an eye out on your stamina. Okay.
My skin. Look like free people.
Okay, I'm out of stamina, so that's kind of stupid of me. kind of looks like a mole rat, which is also a very sort of prominent kind of creature, almost iconic really, from the Gothic series. Although I guess it doesn't look that much like a mole rat. Maybe I sort of overstated that. Okay, let's search this ruin. So I guess the game is less a straight up science fiction story and more actually post-apocalyptic. Like there used to be, according to the intro, there used to be a modern kind of civilization, presumably comparable to our own contemporary civilization. There used to be a modern civilization on Magalan, but then it was destroyed by that cataclysm. You know, a meteor that has fallen onto the world and caused like a global breakdown. I'm just looking around. Maybe I'll find something interesting. So one of the biggest joys of the Gothic series for me, it was always the exploration and the feeling that behind every corner, you know, in every nook and cranny, there was something interesting to find. So, draw a weapon. Okay, that on the other hand looks kind of like a scavenger. Your health has decreased. Use healing potion to recover. How tough is it? Quite tough. I should have dodged, but obviously you can parry, right click or evade, and also your own attacks can interrupt your enemy's attacks. Yeah, I'm dead, but I think it kind of is possible to defeat that creature. I just need to heal first. Oh. Oh well, that was my first adventure in the world of Elex. I think it is entirely possible to defeat that creature, even while being crap at the game, because it doesn't have that much health. I can retreat a couple of times to heal, really. Yeah, her health has decreased. Can I drink potions while running? You can parry or evade. I can. Okay. I can't quite get the hang of dodging yet. And unfortunately for both you and me, I might actually never. Because, as I said, I am rather bad at games, and part of it is the fact that I generally have very poor hand-eye coordination and reflexes. Adventurer's Amulet. Okay. Let me check my inventory. What does it do? Okay, that's just my weapons, I guess. All of the other items have separate tabs. +1 lockpicking, +5 armor. Sure, I will be wearing that. Can I quick slot that? Oh, no, I drank it. I'm an idiot. Okay, but I'll live with it for now, because I have defeated the creature and found the amulet, which is somewhat of a gain, right? Especially with the bonus to armor, which will make me more survivable. Yeah, but generally I have very poor reflexes, which is actually partially explained by the fact that, technically speaking, I am disabled. Like, I have cerebral palsy, which I have a very mild case, and I'm like 100% sort of self-sufficient in life. I don't require any kind of help in everyday tasks, and I don't even require mobility aids. I just limp a little bit, and you know, long walks, for example, I'm comparatively a lot less durable kind of than a regular person. I tire a lot easier, but generally speaking, I can do everything regular people can. I just do it worse. So one of those things is that generally I have rather poor hand-eye coordination and poor reflexes, which in fact has caused, maybe not a problem, but it has caused a change in my life in the form of the fact that I can't drive a car with manual transmission. I have to drive you know, a car with an automatic gearbox, because for my cerebral palsy brain, it's a little too complicated to you know, to simultaneously drive and worry about changing the gears. Small yellow gemstone, you say? Interesting. What does that do anything, or is it just a valuable? Objective: survive. You don't have to tell me twice, but small yellow gemstone, gem socket bonus. Okay, so I can put it into... This item cannot be sold? Interesting. I can put it into like a weapon or armor and it upgrades it. But obviously I can't do it now, so I'll just keep it for now and do something with it later.
Rotting technology from the old world. That's all that's here. I'd better move
I'll just
on.
pick up everything, because I don't think there is a weight limit. In previous in the Gothic series there never was. Okay, how do I quick slot the healing potions? I would prefer not to drink it this time, because that's obviously a huge waste, but I do think it should be quick slotted. Oh. Okay. So, how do I quick slot things? There's some food as well for healing, but for now I would prefer to know. Assign quick slot Z. Okay, so it automatically goes into 2, so I guess it goes in order if I assign it. Okay. Electronic scrap. As I said, I will collect everything, because there does not seem to be a weight limit, and presumably I can either use you know, junk for crafting, or I can sell it. Mana potion, oil lamp. This lamp is broken. Wait, were there any lockers that I could open in the previous room? There has been a room that looked kind of like storage. And this one over here doesn't look like there are any lockers that I could open, so let's just carry on. Oh, sorry about that. Chapter 1, the hunt begins.
I'm here in enemy territory. What was Calyx doing here so far from Zakor? If I want answers, I need to find him. And, for that, I'll need weapons and equipment.
Magnesium torch, okay. Presumably I can use it as a light source, as you would, you know, a regular torch in a fantasy game.
Evacuation sequence initiated. Remain calm and proceed to the indicated exits immediately. Follow all instructions from service personnel. Thank you for your visit to the observatory.
Was that a recording from before the cataclysm? Like from during the cataclysm? Because this observatory looks like it's...
My jetpack. Finally some luck. The guy that took my armor must have dropped it. Now, all I need to do is find a way out, cross kilometers of enemy territory, and find out why my brother tried to kill me. What could go wrong?
Oh, so the other Alb was actually my literal brother. That's kind of interesting. But the jetpack is even more interesting. Twice spacebar to use. Because that is actually awesome. Like, depending on how well utilized it's going to be by the game, and how consciously did they design the world of the game, you know, the actual map, to make use of the jetpack, I can foresee it being, you know, immensely cool. Toilet paper, coarse and rough, but does the trick. I'll take it. It might be a actually in a post-apocalyptic kind of scenario, it might be a valuable commodity. Apparently, it's worth 2 something, whatever the currency is. Yeah, but if they did keep in mind, you know, all the possibilities that the jetpack gives you while creating the map, then I can foresee some very cool exploration being done with the jetpack, and I am already kind of excited about that. Worker pants, basic work trousers, okay, +3 armor. So I will definitely try to use the jetpack to the fullest. You know, look around and try, you know, finding some out of the way stuff. Look everywhere, try to reach seemingly unreachable places with it. I really hope it's going to pay off, because if not, you know, why give you a jetpack and then not design some cool places that you can reach with it? So I really hope that they did. And I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now and assume that they did. And I am going to try to look for various things that might be hidden away. Dried meat. Okay, I'll just take everything. As I said, either used for crafting or just able to be sold. Okay. Magnesium torch.
The land of the Berserkers. If they recognize me, they could finish Calyx's job for him.
Okay, there's a guy, but I'm not going to go and talk to him, at least not yet, because I am, now that I have the jetpack, no, okay, I didn't want to do that, damn it. He totally owned me.
Come on, get up. If you're gonna make a habit of attacking people without warning, you should get better at it. I heard you before you even left the ruins.
Someone tried to kill me. They stole my armor and my equipment.
Then I find you here waiting to finish the job.
First you attack me, then you accuse me of being a thief and a murderer? If I wanted you dead, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Trust me. You need to apologize.
Yeah, obviously I do kind of agree with him. I did try to attack him. Like, never mind the actual accusing. I did try to literally attack him out of the blue, so I will apologize.
Prove you're not the thief, and I might trust you. Only facts matter, not words.
Trusting people quickly out here is as good a way to get killed as walking around without a decent weapon. Which means you just got very, very lucky. I can help you find a safe place and new equipment, if you stop trying to attack me.
Why would you help me?
That's my job. I look for people out here and help them reach Goliath. You'll be safe there.
Safe? You could be some kind of slaver. What is it you really want?
I want this war to be over. Until then, Goliath needs more people to survive, and people need a safe place to go. Well, a safer place than being out here on your own. But you're welcome to stay and risk being picked up by an Alb raiding party. Between them and the rot boars, you won't live long. Say, you didn't see anyone else up there in the ruins, did you? You're the first person I found this trip, and it would save me a trip up there to check.
Well, there is no one up there currently, but there was before.
You can save yourself the effort. There's no one up there.
Well, then you got really lucky. An Alb raider crashed a few days ago, and their scouts came through looking for it. Trust me, you don't want to run into a party of Albs. But hey, enough talk. You need to decide what you're gonna do. I'm going back to Goliath, and you can come with me if you like. Safety, security, and you can find work to earn enough to buy equipment. If you want a chance to survive, it's the best offer you'll get. That's why I joined the Berserkers. Out here, drifting and hoping to stay alive. I knew it was only a matter of time before my luck ran out. I know joining a faction doesn't appeal to everyone, but it gave me purpose. And what have you got to lose right now? Nothing from what I can see.
Well, I will... I'm not ready to decide yet which of the factions I'm going to join, but obviously taking advantage of his help that he's offering is probably a good idea, so I will come with him. I just hope he's going to wait for me, you know, the same way it worked in Gothic. He's going to wait until I catch up with him, rather than just running forward all the time, because I would very much like to check the top of the satellite dish now that I have the jetpack, you know, to kind of test my theory about whether there are cool things there, possibly.
I will come with you, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
Trust is earned. That goes both ways. You'd better remember that. Every choice you make adds up in this world. The way you speak to people will determine your course in life. Just take a look at yourself. No armor, no weapons, no companions. You've not exactly succeeded in life, have you? Well, all that changes today. Whatever you've done before, your life can start again. A new beginning. When the next Alb raiding party comes down from the north looking for Elex, the people of Goliath will defend you. You won't see the inside of a converter with us to protect you. Instead, you'll get a chance to prove yourself. To join us.
Why do you want to help me?
Like I said, Goliath needs people. Warriors, cultivators, hunters, storekeepers. Whatever your skills, we can find a place for you.
And you just take people in?
And you just take people in?
If you stay, you'll have to earn your place. But be you cleric, outlaw, or alb, that's true everywhere. Sure, you'll get given orders and you'll have to follow the law, but it's not like you have things easy out here. Look, we can keep talking, but at some point, you gotta decide. So, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna stay here, or come with me?
What if I decided to leave? Because I want to come with him, but I first want to explore the top of the satellite, So the best course of action for me would be if he waited for me.
What if I decided to leave?
Then you can go. You can only join one faction, but there will always be ways to explore the world. That's what I do, after all. We should get going. This is Rotboard territory. You won't last long if a pack of them turn up here. Follow me to Goliath, and you can earn the Elex to buy armor and supplies. Trust me, you'll need them.
I want to find the thief who took my armor.
Well, for anything stolen near here recently, I would start with Ray. He's an outlaw I found out here a few days ago. Very jumpy. Definitely looking for something.
Where do I find him?
Huh. I don't know. He disappeared off to the northeast. I'm guessing he went back to Tavar. But, hey, I wouldn't rush after him. He's probably sold your armor by now.
Okay, so I presume he can wait if I have an option to end the conversation, and the other one is to go to Goliath, so... Yeah, he's going to just sit down, which is great, because I wanted to... Actions like sprinting, left shift, or attacking cost stamina. Yeah, I kind of figured that out, game. Thank you very much. Like, I am dumb, but I am not that dumb. The jetpack is just a wonderful tool, and I wonder if, you know, creative use for it, or maybe not creative. Creative is not the best word, but you know. Okay, I have to pause for a second. Actually, be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I didn't exactly mean, you know, creative, because to be honest, to be absolutely honest, there is nothing creative per se about using the jetpack to reach, you know, hard to reach places, because I presume that's its intended purpose. But what I meant was more along the lines of, you know, a diligent use of the jetpack. You know, whenever you see a potentially interesting place, try and go check it out, which I do intend to actually do, and I am doing it right now. I'm trying to reach the top of the satellite dish and see if there's anything out there, because I was here. That's where I came from, but I wasn't on the upper sort of level, because this actually goes down. So okay, there is at least some scrap, which in itself is a bit of a reward, right? Small mana potion. But maybe there's something more significant. Metal scrap. Energy drink, interesting. Cultivator's loaf, which I guess is a mushroom, which again reminds me very much of the digger's meat from Gothic. It was like a large mushroom that you could eat for sustenance, and in fact I presume that's where its name came from, because the diggers were so poor they couldn't afford actual meat, so they were just eating the mushrooms. Bolts, healing potion, picklocks. Yeah, it's already kind of worth it, really, to have reached this this room. So I am glad I went back here. Unusable first aid kit. Okay, and this actually seems to connect to that first room, right? Yeah, this is the room from before. Maybe I could have even gotten here just by jumping. But, you know, it's obviously a lot easier with the jetpack. So let's keep exploring. A bunch of tape, which, if I had to guess, is probably a useful item in crafting. Yeah, there's quite a lot of it. Collectible toy car, which might be like a quest item. Maybe I can sell it to someone. Okay, there's a rat in one of the... Oh, there was something on the shelf here. Some medication, but I cannot pick it up. There's someone hanging here. A ring of vigor. Okay, what does it do? Exactly. And plus 10 maximum health. That's actually awesome for the very beginning of the game. So yeah, this has definitely been worth it already, and it's not even the end of the exploration here. Is there perhaps toy dinosaur? Perhaps anything up there? That's again something I would like to check, but first let's make sure I've checked everything on this level. I think I did. Not quite. There's been some electronic scrap left on the shelves here, and a hammer, which again might be useful for crafting. Okay, so let's try jetpacking up there. Okay, liquor. Large bag of Elex. So, is that currency? I think so. I think this is a symbol. So basically I got 50 quid. No, 50 like gold or something out of it. Which definitely seems cool for the very beginning of the game. But I would still like to check the actual satellite dish. So let me gently let myself down. And now because ever since it has been shown in the cutscene, I've been sort of interested in it, and now that I have the jetpack, I am very tempted to actually fly onto it and see if there's anything there. Although it might be too heavily inclined to actually stand on it. Well, there are plasma rockets here and a casket. Can I open the casket, or is it like a general item? A casket with valuables, 40 bucks. Okay, cool. That's very cool. I am sort of satisfied with this. You know, it's nothing groundbreaking, but for example, the Ring of Health is a very cool addition for the beginning of the game. I will still go up this transmission tower or whatever it is, because again, it seems like it could be potentially cool and rewarding to do that. And if nothing else, it's going to give me a good view of the land. Okay, that didn't quite work. I presume, because Jack said that the Alb Fortress, or someone, maybe the intro itself, said that the Alb Fortress is in the north, so presumably somewhere in those mountains. But this is an interesting structure as well, with the big mast. But obviously, I will probably not venture too far out, because if I know anything about Piranha Bytes games, I'm probably far too weak to do that. It's probably going to be full of dangerous monsters that would make a short work of me. Okay, I need to wait for the full jetpack to recharge before trying to get up there. But come on, there has to be something there, even if it's just a small pile of money or something, because it's far too far too inviting of a location. You know, high points, tall structures always have like an inherent challenge to them. You want to get up there, so I presume there is going to be something here, and indeed there are rockets and grenades. Okay, might be useful for later on. Explosive bolts. Okay. A chalice, which is presumably a valuable of some sorts. Is there anything on the very top? Funnily enough, there actually is, I think, but it's going to be very difficult to actually land on the top, because that's so small. But I am going to do it. Like right now I feel like the game has issued me a challenge by placing an item there, so I feel like I have to try and get it. So I will speed it up, because I presume it's going to take me a little bit of time at least, and presumably not going to be, you know, the most fascinating thing you have ever seen in your entire life. Yes, definitely. Oh damn it! I almost had it. If I wouldn't touch the keyboard again, I would have gotten it. So that's a little bit frustrating, but at least I know it's doable. Although, to be honest, I didn't know it's doable even before, because there's very clearly something on it. So it wouldn't make sense. Okay, that's kind of stupid. It wouldn't make sense to put an item there if I couldn't reach it. Can I eat something to heal? Oh, that's my skills. That's interesting as well, but I will take a better look at it when I actually level up. For now, I will eat something that restores health. Energy drink. I will eat this soup, I guess. So it slowly restores my health over time, as opposed to the quicker working health potion. So that's less useful during a fight, although you could still make it work by avoiding your enemy for enough time. Okay, finally. So I guess what I get for this are explosive grenades, which I'm not sure if they are worth all of the trouble, but I do appreciate there being something here, although the exact positioning of the item is a little bit ridiculous. Like, if you try to look at it from an in-universe perspective, I'm not sure why or even how someone could store them here. They would have to have a jetpack of their own to do that. So that's definitely a little weird. I would think it would make more sense if they were simply over here. It would still require a bit of diligence to reach, but it would be less nonsensical. I guess the bonus of the jetpack is that I can do things like this, which are definitely very satisfying and save a lot of time as well. So I am a big fan of this, but wait, isn't... Magellan is dangerous. Duras can help you survive. Yeah, but where is he? Shouldn't he be over here? Where is the exit from the structure? I was under the impression it's here, but instead I found some wagon with a pelt. Okay, why not rob that? I also found a remnant of a pre-cataclysm road, but what I have not found is Duras himself, which is a bit ridiculous. Yes, I would very much like to find him again. I was planning on going with him. I thought he would be here, but that's not exactly where the exit goes from the satellite tower. Some ruins this way. Oh, okay, he's here. So I am going to go with him, but I will do that next time, because this first episode has been long enough, so I will make a manual save. And end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.